Object-oriented programming. We are learning about inheritance. What is inheritance? See, whenever we have a whenever we are getting the class, we have class, subclass, extends, superclass. We are creating a class by extending the members of a superclass. Inherits the superclass member. Superclass members means attributes and methods to the subclass. This is called inheritance. Now we are talking about abstraction. What is abstraction? Abstraction we can call as a data hiding. If you declare a class by telling the abstract keyword, we can hide the data. Hide the data means declare the abstract methods. Whenever you declare abstract method, by giving the keyword abstract as a starting of the method, it means like the method is not having any body. If the method is not having any body, we can tell that method is hiding in the class abstract. If the method is having the body, that method we can call as a concrete method, and that is not hiding inside the class. Whenever we are telling abstraction, the abstraction is a concept of hiding the data inside a class. Hiding the data means creating the abstract methods. Abstract method is a method which is having just a definition, which is not having any body. Those methods we can call as abstract methods. How to achieve abstraction in Java? We can achieve abstraction by using abstract class or using interfaces. After abstract classes, we can learn about interfaces. We can achieve the abstraction by using abstract classes and interfaces. I'm just saving this. I'll go to the class. Abstract class G. I have string name. a void test. We'll get class manager. Creating public static void main. This is a default executable method. I'm creating default executable method inside the manager one class. Now, how to create object to the class G? We create object to the class G, G1 equal to G. This will be compiled error. For abstract class, we cannot create object to the abstract class directly. If you want to create object to that abstract class, we can create a subclass to the abstract class and implement the all unimplemented methods in the abstract class into the subclass of abstract class. Then we can create object to the subclass, not to the abstract class directly. If you create object to the abstract class, you get the compile time error. We cannot create an object to the abstract class directly. You can create object to subclass to abstract class to access members of abstract class. We cannot create object to the abstract class directly. We can get members of abstract class by creating object to the subclass to the abstract class. No, this is not possible. Let's save it. Manager1.java. Let's compile and see what error we'll get. Go to SRC. Java C -d // classes manager1.java. Compilation error because we cannot create object to the abstract class. We cannot be instantiated abstract. See, if you see here, even though we have all non-static members, we have implemented method inside the abstract class. The class is declared as abstract. We cannot create object to the abstract class. Okay, I will take one more class. Abstract class H. Can we create constructor to the abstract class? We can create constructor to the abstract class, but we cannot create object to the abstract class directly. We can create object to the subclass of abstract class I extends H. Now I am creating subclass to the abstract class H, class I extends H. Now here there is no unimplemented methods inside the class H. All methods are implemented, void test1. So we no need to implement anything over here, but I will create the constructor I. Instead of the constructor, I am just printing system out.println of I constructor. Now I'll create public static void main string hours. I'm creating main method inside the I class only. Inside the main method, I'm creating object to the I class. I1 equal to new I. Whenever we are creating object to the I class, first constructor of I class will execute. Inside the constructor, there is a calling statement to superclass no argument constructor. First this will execute, then we'll get the output of this. First I will get H and we'll get the I. Now I am calling the I1 dot test1. Now my question is, can we create abstract class with the all concrete methods? If we create abstract class without any abstract methods, with all the implemented methods or concrete methods, can we create object to the abstract class? In that case also, if the class is abstract, even though it is having all implemented methods, without any unimplemented method or abstract method, we cannot able to create object to the abstract class directly. We can create object to the abstract class by creating subclass to the abstract. Now I'm creating object to the I object. I is a subclass to abstract class H. Now I am able to access the abstract class methods by calling this I1.test1. Control S I.java. Now go to the src, compile I.java. Now go to the classes, Java I. Now first abstract class constructor executed, then subclass of abstract class I class constructor executed. After that, we called test1 method of abstract class in the I class object. So that is executed. Now here what we have learned, can we create constructor to the abstract class? Yes, we can create constructor to the abstract class, but we cannot create object to the abstract class. Whenever we are creating object to the subclass no argument constructor, by default there is a calling statement to abstract class no argument constructor. So first abstract class no argument constructor will execute it, then subclass no argument constructor executed. Can we create argumented constructor inside the abstract class? That we can see in the next example. And can we create static members inside the abstract class? That I will take in the next example. I have class J, static void test, system not out dot println of test. That's one static member int I equal to 1000. Now I'll create J no argument constructor. I'm just printing system.println of J. Now I want to create the argumented constructor. Type println of class J extends J. Now I have main method inside the class. Before creating main method, I create constructor. Inside the constructor, I'm simply putting the system.println of. Okay. I have one argumented constructor system.out.println of int public static void main. I'm creating main method inside the K class. Inside the K class, I'll try to access system.out.println of j.i. Since it is abstract class, but I am able to access. I am trying to access the static members of j. J dot just. I'm not creating object to the j class, but I am accessing the static members of j class. J is abstract class. Then I will create object to the k class. We cannot create object to the j class. We can create object to the k class. System dot out dot println of created object using the no-arg constructor. J k2 equal to new k of 1000. Here I created an object to the k class argumented constructor. Now what we are doing over here, we have just created abstract class j. I have static method and static variable. I have two constructors. Now we can see whether it is compile success or we'll get any compile time error. And inside the k class, I just created two constructors, one argumented, one no argumented. And I created main method. I am accessing the static members of j class directly inside the main method. System.println of j.i, j.test method, and creating object to the k class, k1 equal to new k. Whenever I create object to the k class, it should execute this first k of no argument constructor. From here, there is a calling statement to j class constructor. Here I am not calling anything, but I want to call super of I. Calling statement to super class argumented constructor. Now go on, compile this. Now we can see any errors. Compilation success. Now go to the classes. Java K. First we got 1000. We are able to access the static members of abstract class with the class name. And we are able to access the static method of abstract class using class name. And we have created object to the K class. Whenever we create object to the K class, there is a calling statement to no argument constructor of abstract class. So we got first J and we got K. Created object using no argument constructor. I was just printing system.println. Then I am creating object to the K class Augmented constructor. From K class augmented constructor, I am calling to the super of augmented constructor of J class. So it is calling first J class constructor, then we got the K class constructor. Now here, what we have learned. Whenever we create abstract class, we can create abstract class with the static members. We can create abstract class, can have non-static members. Abstract class can have multiple constructors, argumented and no argument constructors. But the only thing is we cannot create object to the abstract class directly. We can create object to the abstract class by creating subclass to that. Now actual we can go to the what is abstract class. Even the abstract class is not having any abstract methods, unimplemented methods, we cannot create object to the abstract class. Somebody will ask me in interview, can we create the object to the abstract class? The class is having all implemented methods, all the concrete methods. The answer is no, we cannot create object to the abstract class directly. If you want to create object to the abstract class, just create a subclass to the abstract class, create the object to the subclass, and access the members of abstract class by the object of the subclass. Now go to class. Class employee. Now we are learning about abstract. String name. Int age. Public void toString. System.out. Println of employee name is this dot name. Employee age is this dot age. I have two non-static variables. I have toString method where we are printing the employee name and employee age. We have get benefits method. void get benefits is a abstract method. Now here, what is abstraction? Hiding the data. We have classes. If you want to hide the data in the classes, we can use abstract classes, or we can use interfaces. Interfaces we can learn after learning the abstract class. Now here we are hiding the get benefits method. Nobody can access this method. Whenever we are creating subclass to the abstract class, there we can get the data of the get benefits. Now this is called as abstract class. Here, if you not declare anything, compiler will take care of giving the abstract for the unimplemented method. Now, this is a implemented method. This is unimplemented method. If the class is having any one unimplemented method, so we have to declare the class as an abstract class. Otherwise, we will get the compiled error. And if the class is not having any unimplemented also, we can declare the class as abstract by giving the keyword abstract to the class. Now I created an abstract class employee. I create class GOVT employee. Extends employee. I have government employee, extends employee. Here, I'll create one constructor. Government employee, string name, string age, super.name equal to name, super.age equal to age. I have a constructor. Inside the constructor, I have two augmented constructor. One is name and age. Whenever we are getting the local variable name, that local variable name we are assigning to the superclass name attribute. Whenever we are getting the age, that the age we are assigning to the superclass age attribute. Now here we have one unimplemented method. We have to get that implemented. How to implement that method? Void get benefits system.out.println of government benefits. I'm just printing system.out.println of government benefits. Similarly, I'm creating a class private employee extends employee. I'm creating constructor to the same private employee. I'm just initializing the members of a superclass using a constructor of private employee class. And I'll just implement the get benefits. Whenever we are extends of any abstract class, we have to check whether any unimplemented methods are there inside the class. If any unimplemented methods are there, we must implement that unimplemented methods. Get the private employee benefits. I'll create class manager 2. Now inside that I am creating public static void main of string args. Inside that I'll create object to the subclasses of abstract class. Government employee. Government employee equal to new. See, whenever we're getting object to the government employee class, here we declared one argumented constructor. If we declare any argumented constructor, we have to create object to the class using the argumented constructor. I gave name is ABC and I am giving age equal to 32. Now by using this government employee object, I am calling toString. Whenever we call toString method of government employee, inside the government employee class, we don't have toString method. Then it will go and check is there any toString method inside the superclass of this. Superclass of this is employee. Inside the superclass employee, we have a implemented toString method. It will go and print this. Name is the name which we have given. Age is the age which we have given. It should print. Now take the private employee. Creating object to the private employee class. XYZ. Age equal 23. Now I am printing the private employee dot toString. True.java. Now what we have? Inside abstract class, we are just hiding some information. That information we are able to access using the subclasses of that. Inside the subclass, we must implement the unimplemented methods of abstract class. We are implemented this. Implementing means giving the body to the method. Similarly, we gave body to the private employee class method also. So we can see whether it is compiling success and running success. Go to SRC. Manage the 2.java. Now if we have any errors, now whenever we create object to this, I forgot to give this one. Now compile this again, we will see any errors. Now we got so many errors. Now for now, I'm just giving this method as a print string. We have in object class, we have toString method. The toString method already exists in the object class. Whenever we have a class, abstract class, even though if it is not having any extents, by default it is extending with the object class. The object class toString method is already came to our the class because we are extending internally. The compiler will extend with the object class. So if you use the same method, you'll get the error. So I'm giving the print string. The method name is print string. We can learn more about the object class toString method and the object class rest all other methods whenever we are discussing about the object class. Now I saved it to avoid this error. I can compile this again. Now we can see any errors. What I have done. Whenever I am creating, see we have attribute is an integer data type, string name and integer age. Whenever we are creating object to the government employee, I have taken it as a string type. Just take it as integer type. Similarly, for a private employee, also integer type. So it is giving incompatible type. We are taking as a string we are putting into the integer. So we will get the compile time errors. If the data type is string, we have to assign the same string value. If data type is integer, we have to assign the only integer value. We cannot give string value to the integer data type because integer data types, it will allocate the memory inside the operating system is only the for integer. It's I think 32 bits. It won't give the more than that. For string data type, the memory allocation is different. The string data type data is storing into different locations. We'll learn about the string allocations later. We have string class. We have to learn about the string class and string class members of the string class. Members of the string class means attributes and methods which all are already implemented by the Java JDK developers. We can learn more about that whenever we cover the string class and object class. Now we can see Java manager one. Now whenever we are running this, we are just getting the output of employee name is ABC, employee age is 32. Employee name is XYZ, employee age is 23. We created two employees, we are printing the employee string. We are just printing this by creating object to the government employee and private employee.